All right, so good morning, everyone, and welcome. This is Twist Gaming, where you get to play board games with us. We are coming to you live from PAX Unplugged in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, day 2 of the con, bringing you all the awesome, fun board game coverage. And as per usual, who am I? I'm Matt, and I'm joined with some special guests right now from IELLO. We've got Alison and Kamran. How you guys doing today?
Hey guys, good. How are you? I like that you introduced it as Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Well,
I honestly have not heard someone say Philadelphia, Pennsylvania in a long time.
it could be Philadelphia, the cream cheese factory.
True.
I have to clarify that. You never know.
Good call.
This could be a cream cheese con.
Yes, I approve of your specificity.
All right, so first up, how's the con treating y'all so far?
Well, I just arrived maybe 20 minutes ago.
Oh, well,
so far,
perfect.
so good. Still have my voice. My feet don't hurt.
But it's pretty nice for first year con. I'm really impressed with it. So I see that we've got some really interesting stuff set up on the table here.
Yep.
And you can see the box in the shot. We got Bunny Kingdom. So what is Bunny Kingdom? Bunny Kingdom is a drafting and area control game. So you see here on the board, there is a bunch of area that you're going to want to control. Pre-setup is these little the little cities here that are here, and they're preset on the board as it is. And you can see that the board is set up sort of as a grid system. And what you're going to be doing is drafting. The major mechanic of the game is drafting. You're going to be drafting these cards if you want to take a couple over there. Sure thing. So we can show these off in the handy-dandy hand cam.
Yeah, so what you have right there is that is a provisions card. Provisions card is actually cool. If you draft that card, it allows you to sort of discard that card and then take 2 cards off the deck.
Okay.
So you immediately get those.
So that's a provisions.
Another provisions card. So that is a city card. That's going to allow you to place one of these little cities, an extra one here, anywhere that you have a bunny already on the board.
Okay.
We don't have any bunnies on the board yet, but you'll see how.
So that's what this little bag is here. I got a bag of pink bunnies.
So those are the cute little bunnies there.
They're adorable.
So that would allow you to put one of these cities, and here, if you want to take that, you'll see how they fit right on top of the city.
So wait, what?
Put the bunny on
put the bunny on top.
The bunny on the city?
And it goes right on top, just like that. And he controls that city. Yeah. Super cool, super cute. So then one of the next cards we have are the coordinate cards. And one of the coordinate cards are like this. Jeez, of course I don't get any coordinate.
There you go.
There we go.
So, that one's green. It might not show up.
Oh, it's going to be semi-transparent. That's
so that J1, it's green because it's a forest. You see there's different types. There's mountains, there's forests, there's fields, and just regular plains.
And
so
water.
J1, yeah, water, exactly. So J1 would get you to J.
I just noticed that there's a grid there.
J1.
Yeah.
So you go right there. And it also shows you on the card that that's a forest. So if you put a bunny there, you're going to be generating wood as a resource.
That's my lumberjack
That's the
bunnies
provision
then.
in the corner right there.
Okay.
So you're going to be generating wood as a forest. So the object of the game is to draft cards. You're going to be drafting 10 every round over 4 rounds.
Okay.
You're going to score at the end of every round. So you're going to have a little bunny here, and at the end of every round, you're going to score and track your score. And then the way you score is, well, before we get into how you're scoring, let me go through the rest of the cards. You have resource cards. We talked about the wood resource.
Okay.
So there are extra resources that you can actually put down where you have a bunny. So like if you had a wood resource there where we put the bunny, if you played that card, which is the gold, I believe, you'd be able to then put this down there. So now you're generating 2 resources.
Oh, so you can
wood
modify
and
the tiles.
But you cannot put resources like this where castles are.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Each one is considered a building, sort of, a structure, so you can only put
You see,
one.
it just doesn't fit nicely on the board if you try to do that.
It makes
so.
sense.
Exactly.
You also cannot put it on mountains, correct?
It depends on what it is. Yep.
Mountains have
Some have
slightly
requirements.
different
Yeah, and the cards
properties.
tell you what the requirements are.
Yeah.
So I got to ask, can you use 2 modifiers on a single tile, or?
No, only one modifier.
Okay.
Only one building per one structure per space.
Okay.
So here's another one of the city cards. Before we had a 1 spire, that's a 2 spire. They go all the way up to 3.
There's a 2 spire.
So you see how there's 2 spires on that?
It's bigger.
Yeah, and then there's a corresponding one that's 3, that would be the 3
I like
spire
that the
there.
bunnies fit in the little.
I know, isn't that satisfying?
It really is. I like, just the tactile components. I'm like, I could play while I'm playing. It's like, wee.
So then there's a bunch of hidden objective cards as well. So these, typically when you draft, everyone turns over their card at the same time. With these, you don't turn them over. And at the end of the game, they're worth victory points for certain things that might happen. So that one, the merchant is what? What does it say? I can't read
you
from
get
there.
3 carrots for each luxury resource.
Right, so each of those luxury resources, like we talked about, like this guy right here, for every one of those that you end up placing, you'll get 3 victory points at the end of the game.
Oh, so the carrots are your victory points.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Carrots are the victory points.
See, there's the giant carrot at the top there.
Yeah.
So these last 2, I'm going to sort of hold off on until we talk about the scoring.
Okay.
So here we have our little bunny. Say we ended up getting drafting cards that let us go here, 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 and then
So I got a little bunny army now.
yeah, and then we end up with a little guy there, and say the luxury resource that we talked about there. So now, actually, you know what? I'm going to add one more here, just for good measure.
Yeah.
So we have a fish. So now we have a fish.
Taking over.
We have a fish. We have the wood, and we have the luxury resource. So that's 3 resources.
Okay.
3 resources. So then times the amount of spires you have. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spires times 3.
Oh, wow.
That's 15 points.
Okay.
Because this is all connected, and 3 times 5 is 15.
So
at the end of the
connected
round,
is
pink would get
adjacent to, or it has to be
Adjacent.
or diagonal
right.
as well.
So like if this
Not-
guy was here, then you wouldn't get that resource because they're not orthogonically connected.
Gotcha.
You get what I'm saying?
That was a good SAT word.
Thanks.
And also, if you had like this, that
Right.
wouldn't count.
That
'cause he's
really
not
doesn't do
connected to
anything because you have a spire, but you have no resources.
Okay.
Right.
Makes
So
sense.
say you have this guy here, or girl, whatever, and you end up getting the camp card.
Camp.
The camp card allows you to use any space on the board. It's any space there, and it comes with a
Here.
little token. Yep, oops.
So this is the camp token.
Oh,
Right.
so you just to set up camp anywhere then.
Yeah, so like
Yep.
he didn't actually draw J4.
Right.
But he had a
Okay.
camp so he could take J4.
Right.
So that allows you to build a little bit more without the randomization.
Right, and you
Yes.
can
there.
stay there for as long as someone does not play the J4 card. Because once they play the J4 card, then
You get kicked
bye-bye.
out of your camp.
Bye-bye, bunny. But it might be worth it, especially at the beginning of the game, if you're going to set up a big, add a resource, set up a big turn.
Right.
Now, the other and last card, which is my favorite, is actually the Sky Tower.
Sky Tower.
So the Sky Tower is super cool. So the Sky Tower allows you to add, so say we have this bunny here, we add the Sky Tower there, and then if we had bunnies over here, we could connect them. So now these guys and that guys are all considered connected orthogonically.
Okay, so we're
Yes.
making like a little trade route through the sky
Right,
with
exactly.
our.
That
with
to
our
me is like the
rabbit
Final Fantasy
dirigibles.
component about it. I
Exactly.
just
Yeah.
picture them having those like
Exactly.
the blimps
Yep.
that they all fly.
Exactly.
The big floating Victorian
Yes.
dirigibles.
Clouds.
Yeah.
So that is the basic mechanics of the game. Like I said, you draft over 4 rounds. You're going to have 10 cards every round, so you're going to have a total of 40 cards. And then at the end of the game, whoever has the most cards wins. The really cool component is those hidden objective ones I showed you, because you may think you're way ahead, and then all of a sudden somebody sneaks up and wins by 1 point.
That's the first time Cam and I played the game together. I was like, I kicked everyone's butt. And then Cam had this one card, and it literally was like, if you're in second place at the end of scoring, you get 5 points.
10
points.
Yeah.
And he ended up beating me by 1 point. And I was like, rage quit.
Table flip.
Yeah.
So that's a great thing about the game too, is it's always, to me, a sign of a good game is it's always competitive, and
Right.
the games always end up within 5 to 10 points of each.
Yeah.
Everyone's within 5 to 10
You
points.
truly never know how you're doing throughout the game.
That's very telling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, it's nice that you have some of the secret components and the end game bonuses as well. So the writing on the wall isn't there of like, well, I'm losing, I should just stop trying.
Right.
It's like you're still in it until the
Yes,
end then.
for sure.
Yeah.
Especially with those hidden objectives, and you can sort of change your strategy mid game. If you see that all the good stuff's getting taken up, you can start taking hidden objectives or vice versa. Because it's drafting at the end of the day. You're sort of stuck with a set selection of choices.
Right. So it's not pigeonholed completely though.
Right. And what I really like about the game too is that there's not a lot of screw your neighbor aspect to it. It's area control, but you're really better off playing your own game rather than, I'm going to just put one here because I want to screw pink. It doesn't really help you because you're not going to score anything there. You know what I mean?
Right. So what are your favorite aspects of the game itself? So I'm just going to throw you on the spot here. So what really speaks to you about this game?
Allie?
Well, for me, what I just said, I like a game that you don't know how you're doing until you get to the end, because it keeps you
Right.
engaged through the entire game. It truly is like, this is the type of game where you think you're doing really, really well, and then someone pulls that one card and you're like, I would have never thought that was going to happen.
Right.
And it's interesting because when you first start, because you start with the entire deck to begin with, it does feel a little random, the things you're getting the things that are selected, and then you'll notice as it gets smaller, you're actually getting handed the cards you really need. You're like, oh, I didn't even occur to me that I could have built right over here, and those were the exact cards that I needed to get handled. And that's exciting because then you have to keep your poker face on.
Yeah, it's like,
you know, you don't, because you can't reveal it till the end that that's what's going on.
And I noticed that there was a big stack of cards right there in that deck. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's
And then there's some over there too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh yeah. I didn't realize I got it split here. So it's a little intimidating looking, but it thins out the deck as you're playing.
Oh, for sure.
Right.
And like I said, 40 cards per person times 4. You know, it's 160 cards, and there's
Right.
extra, so it's not like you can't count and know exactly. Like, you know, C10 may never come out.
Right.
So you
Yeah.
sort of got to pre-plan for that.
So
And my favorite aspect is I love drafting games, and so I love the fact that like you have to make tough choices. So it's like, man, I really want this
'Cause you
card,
also know what
but
you're
I don't want
passing, you
Allison
know?
to have that card.
Yeah.
And like, you know, so it's like you got to make tough decisions on the fly. I like that.
Because there are some of these cards too that link up, like the golden. Oh, did I just see it? Wait, that would have been coincidental. Yes, the
Oh,
right
you got
glove. There's a right glove and then there's a left glove, and if you get both of them at the end of the game, you get bonus points. But the chances of you actually getting handed both of those
Slim to none.
Yeah, but that's if you get the right glove, and you're like, but if I give it to him, oh man,
Maybe
what if
he
I
has
give
the
him
left
yeah,
glove.
exactly.
So it's 1 point if you have one of the gloves, and then 4 points if you got both of the gloves.
Right.
then.
Yeah.
Right.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
it's set collection. Yeah.
Yeah, we would just
We
put
all want
everything we
complete
could into the
sets,
game.
come
Set
on.
collection, area control, drafting. Who doesn't like any of that?
Yeah.
I gotta say, I really love the Spire tokens that you have here.
Yeah.
Just the tactile element of I'm gonna put my bunny in my bunny castle kingdom.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? It's so satisfying.
And they're really, you know, solid components. You know, the spires stay on really well. I hate when you get little figs and then like they have little pieces that snap off.
Yeah.
But
So how many
Really
players
well
does
made.
this game support?
up to 4.
Up to 4. And
four, yeah.
runtime's about 45 minutes, I see on the
About
box. there?
45 minutes, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can knock it out in 30, 35 once you know exactly what you're doing.
Yeah, I can imagine once you get through a couple playthroughs, you're like, I know what's going on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And of course, with any drafting game, analysis paralysis, it just depends on how quick people are making their
That's
choices.
true. It's
And
your
this
crowd.
This is totally the type of game where the first time you play, it's going to be a stumble through.
Right.
You're going to be like, wait, how many things do I have to think of and all that kind of stuff. And then as soon as you get through one game, it's like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, and you want to play again.
Yeah.
I know that feeling, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so is there anything else you want to talk to us about Bunny Kingdom?
No, I think that's it. I think we covered it pretty well. Just it's out now at your local retailer. We're restocking. We sold. I mean, we have none in our warehouse, so whatever is in the retailer is there. We have a new print run coming in, hopefully in time for the holidays. And so Bunny Kingdom.
Very cool. So is there anything else at Yellow that you guys wanted to share with us? Or
Yeah, of course.
Me.
Yeah.
This got released at Gen Con, but because I'm Yellow's brand ambassador, they turned me into one of the game pieces for the King of
I
Tokyo
could
thing.
show that off
do it
in
under
the-
there. And that's Alison. She's a 50-foot tall double katana wielding ninja destroying a city near you. Right? She's so cool.
Yeah.
You always wanted to be 50 feet tall, right?
Duh,
Just, and
I've
the
always
kick down
wanted to be
buildings.
a game piece. I'm like, this is the coolest thing that's ever happened to
That
me.
is really awesome. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie. I'm jelly.
Yeah.
We played a lot of Kingdom.
King of Tokyo?
King of
Yeah.
Tokyo in our social groups, and
Well, it's fun now playing with my friends because my friends all want to play with my piece.
You're like, no.
so you have to fight to play as yourself.
I don't. I let everyone else
Oh,
do it.
okay.
I'm like, I feel like it's a little narcissistic to be like, I'm gonna be me.
I mean, you're a game piece. You kind of have to do
I
that,
know,
though.
right? This is what my entire family's getting for Christmas. That's easy. And speaking of, they just released a new exclusive for the con. It's X Smash Tree,
Yes.
which
That's-
I love. It's like a Rambo-looking Christmas tree, right?
That's awesome.
Yeah, so we're going to have those in stock for the holidays. Any King of Tokyo, King of New York purchase, that will come free. That's our gift to our
wow.
fans. So if you buy any King of Tokyo, King of New York copy,
Boom.
you get that for free.
Very
and those
cool.
will be retailers, I think, right around Thanksgiving-ish.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. So
How is it already Thanksgiving, you guys?
I know.
Oh my God!
Next week, literally next
Oh,
week.
that's
I
literally.
know.
I gotta
Yeah.
cook something. Oh man. All right. So, is there anything else you want to share with us
I
today?
think that's it.
I think we did it.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We really
Yeah.
do appreciate it. And thank you all for watching at home. Stay tuned for more live coverage from PAX Unplugged coming up later today. But for now, signing off, I'm Matt.
I'm Allison.
There you go.
Is that
And I'm
supposed to be
Cam
that?
from
Okay.
Yellow.
Got it.
Have a good one,
Kingdom.
everyone. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.